Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are around the globe. Yes, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to Saturday morning edition. It is our match day. Chelsea, Man City tonight. Chelsea, Manchester City tonight at the Etihad. Well. For me, tonight, I don't expect anything less than a win. Even though it is City's home. It is Pep Guardiola, yes. But I'm not scared going to the game tonight. Because I know we have the quality. We have the players to get the job done. Dear friend, oh yes. I will be going into the preview later in the day. But quickly, there are some few things I would like to talk about this morning with you. Later this afternoon, I will come up with a preview, dear friend. Quickly, let's get started. You see, we are in a transfer market and few things that are taking place right now as we speak. Chelsea are in the transfer market and we understand a first bid or first offer was made for Manchester United player Garnacho. Details of that deal or that offer is not yet known. Whilst waiting for the details to be out and the response from Man United, the latest news we received is United are also showing interest in Christopher Nkunku. Oh yes. Now, Chelsea value Christopher Nkunku highly and are not actively looking to sell him. But United are interested. If an exit happens for Christopher Nkunku, it will be down to the player requesting to leave. If Christopher Nkunku will leave Chelsea to any club, initially, earlier this month, the report was Bayern was interested. I mean, the player also showed interest in leaving Chelsea because he's not having or he's not getting enough playing time. Right now, we understand United are coming up. Well, it will be down to the player requesting to leave. If the offer is good for Chelsea, then they'll allow him to go. Remember, Chelsea bought Christopher Nkunku £52 million. Now, the report we are receiving is, if Christopher is to leave Chelsea, Chelsea must still make a profit of between 10 to 15 million pounds on him. We bought him for 52 million, means that Christopher is now valued at Chelsea around 70 million. Yeah, 65, 70 million. That is the value Chelsea placed on Christopher Nkunku right now. Still too early to tell if Chelsea and Manchester United will consider seriously engaging over Christopher Nkunku in a separate deal to Alejandro Garnacho. Some clarity is likely, to be out from both camps during this weekend. I expect clarity on this issue from both camps this weekend. Both clubs value each player around the same 60 million plus. Although Chelsea's Nkunku valuation is slightly higher, Christopher Nkunku's valuation is slightly higher based on figures Manchester United already quoted to Napoli for Garnacho. It is what it is. But you see, the reality of the matter is that, is Chelsea going to go for a swap deal? We understand United and Chelsea had initial talks about the potential separate deals. There has been an initial talk, according to Fabrizio Romano, about separate deals for Nkunku and Garnacho at the end of December. That is first week of January. So the discussions even started long ago. It is now that the is getting to know about it. According to a report from Rob Dawson, ESPN, the initial talks took place earlier in the month. It could still be an idea for the two clubs to consider right now as we speak, but not a concrete. According to Fabrizio Romano, that is not yet concrete, close or advanced at this stage. No. So the rumor out there, Christopher Nkunku, Garnacho swap deal right now, according to Fabrizio Romano, and hey, Please, this time around, Fabrizio is getting some of these things wrong. So we are not relying solely on Fabrizio's report. We compare the report, like Pletigo also reported. Manchester United have entered into direct contact with Chelsea over Nkunku. We are getting report from other sources. Yes. So right now as we speak, Garnacho bid was submitted. No report on that yet. And we understand Man United are showing interest, strong interest in having Christopher Nkunku as well. Now, the problem here is, or the challenge is, dear friend, is Chelsea really ready to let go of Christopher Nkunku? For me, as a Chelsea fan, I would say no. Christopher is an asset. It's rather unfortunate Enzo Maresca is not playing him in this setup. And I have seen Christopher Nkunku in pre-season under Pochettino before he got his injury. And if you play Christopher Nkunku rightly, he scores goals easily. He creates goals from nothing. Christopher Nkunku creates goals from nothing. Where you think he will not be able to. He can do it once it's in the area. I can't say same about Garnacho. I can't say same about Garnacho. So if you ask me, Chelsea will be the biggest loser if we should go by this deal. We want to buy Garnacho. Yes, I understand Misha is not available for now. And we don't know how his case is going to be turning up. We can buy Garnacho, as a backup to compete in that same position with Sancho. Yes. Remember, we have some other players like Tariq George, but he's still young. Even our coach, the way he made a statement yesterday, you could see that he cannot totally rely on Tariq George. He said Tariq George has similar profile, but it's not the same profile. And there is a way our coach has been speaking, like I said yesterday. For me, it wouldn't be long. He will begin to have problems. He will begin to have problems. Now, I will not waste my time because it's your breakfast. When he was speaking yesterday, our head coach was speaking yesterday regarding availability of players. He was asked questions regarding our goalkeeper, for instance. We are meeting Manchester City tonight. And if we are to win that game, then our goalkeeper will have to be in a how do you call it? He will have to be in the game throughout. Zero margin of error, because we know what City can do. They played in the Champions League and they lost 4-2 against PSG. I believe Maresca might have won that game. But talking about our goalkeeper Sanchez makes me sometimes when you're going to a game, I don't feel comfortable at the back, because little error from the defenders, he will concede a goal. Little error, he concedes. Maresca and Robert Sanchez asked number one into the future. This is what he said. He said, I think about this season. For this season, no doubt. So he's now saying that, okay, for this season, no doubt, Sanchez is number one. Now, but in the future, we don't know. He's getting better, but he's still far from where I want him to be. Just admit and let the sporting directors get us a goalkeeper. You want a ball-playing goalkeeper? Yes, admit it. When we bought him, he was not even number one. He was their number two. We buying Sanchez, he was not the number one. And I don't know since when Chelsea started to buy second choice goalkeepers to make them their first choice. I don't get it. We had quality goalkeepers in the past. Peter Cech. I mean, we all remember Cech very well. We remember, how do you call him? Courtois, very well. Now, right now, he's Real Madrid number one. For Chelsea's goalkeeper to become Real Madrid number one, was a quality of goalkeepers we used to have. And a goalkeeper that when we start a game, we are confident of at least good saves. Margin of error is always almost zero. Courtois is a keeper. He makes mistakes. Czech makes mistakes. Yes, we agree. Every goalkeeper can make mistakes. But when the mistakes are getting, it's like costing the team so much. Going to tonight's game, my only worry is that our back line, our goalkeeping area. Yes, that is what worries me most. And let me conclude quickly. We are waiting to get an update on Christopher Nkunku swap deal or whatever it is with Manchester United. But you see, for me, it will be a big loss. Let me repeat it again. It will be a big loss if we are to swap with United. I would have preferred, you see, because let me tell you what will happen. Nkunku can play as a left winger. Yes. He also can play as a striker, as well as attacking midfielder, as a number 10. Are you getting it? I would argue Manchester United will win over us. Right now, Chelsea is only misusing the player. We are not playing him at the right position. We are not. And trust me, United will win by miles if we are to do a swap deal. They'll be the winner. This should never even happen. Swap deal with United with Christopher Nkunku with Garnacho. It should not even be. I don't know who is thinking it. You can't tell me that Christopher is injury prone. This season, how many times was he injured? Right now, the player is fit. 100% fit. We've given them money to bail them out of PSR. Well, in the past. Or is that what we want to do again? We have given them Sancho's money. That is not enough. Because that Sancho's money this season is going to them. Now, let me say something. Christopher is a goal scorer. When you play him to his strength, rather than drop him because he doesn't fit with the current system that our coach is playing, I would rather say we manage the situation, we keep encouraging him, because I don't see Enzo Maresca going into next season, next 2 seasons. No, mark it. You can pin this there. I don't see Enzo Maresca going into next season, next 2 seasons. Highest next season, highest. More especially if we fail to qualify for Champions League, he will not go beyond next season. He will not. I know. You see, there is a level of patience our owners can go, even though they are into business. And the worst part, let me tell you something. You see, fans often underestimate the disruptive nature of extensive player trading. Player trading. It destabilizes every team. Oh yes. Player trading can, be a destructive instrument for top-level sports teams. Listen, I firmly believe this group of players are capable of finishing in the top 4. We are. However, the challenge lies with Maresca's task. The challenge, that is where it lies. Maresca's task of getting the best out of the squad, where several players have either been told to seek moves or have decided to live on their own. It's unfair to judge, and the same reason I defended the previous manager, and I'll continue to defend him, Pochettino. But right now, as things stands, we are distracting our own team. Nkunku is leaving. The player himself is hearing it in the news. Joao Felix is leaving to AC Milan, and the player at his entourage, they are hearing it. Dewsbury Hall is leaving, and we are disrupting our own squad. Then we bring in another new player. No team can win when they've not gelled together. We've already seen that Chelsea's head coach, our head coach, has limited power over transfer. I've seen it clearly. While they can provide input and share their opinions, the final decision rests with a recruitment structure built around the coach. These are the sporting directors. This broader factor cannot be dismissed as irrelevant. Every manager who takes on the Chelsea role must accept that they will have minimal influence over transfer and will be judged solely on their ability to coach the team. But it doesn't work perfectly that way. When a coach comes in and he has no say on which players comes on, which players goes out, every 6 months, you buy 3 players, you sell 3, you disrupt the team. You disrupt the team. There's no know how you can have a team that is that gel together. There's something that will say that this squad, this group of players have been together for the past 3 seasons. And so when they are beginning to perform, you can see the connection between them, the bond between them. This modern approach to team building doesn't help in big squads. I mean, in clubs that want to win trophies, it doesn't help. It only helps in mid-table teams. Teams that are from 8, 9, 10, mid-table teams, it can help them because they are more into trading, not actually about winning. Dear friends, let me end it here. I'll be back in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.